Yo, guys, big up every single person. How's every single person doing? Let me know how you guys are. Also, whilst you guys are here, please hit the subscribe button. I'll follow me across all my social media platforms. This was going to be eventful. This is going to be a bit of a mad one. Let me know how you guys feeling. We're going to start in a couple of more minutes, but we'll chat the AJ interview. Mad, yeah. Let me show you what AJ was doing. Big up on you, AJ as well. Bruv, we gotta talk about this, guys. Yeah. Wait a couple more minutes, guys, but let me know what you guys are on. Because all I was seeing is this. Yeah. We gotta talk about it. Yo, right now, I'm talking from an AJ fan perspective, yeah? Oh, you're right. Team AJ, yeah? Got a bit of a little bit of a chart. Also, guys, like the video. If you like, actually, you know what? Let me think about it. Big up Ash as well. And yeah, guys, like this video, yeah? Because, yo, I maybe halfway through, maybe a little bit longer, I may just drop the link and say, you know what, bun it, yeah. Let's see what everybody else is saying, because this one is today's a special day for AJ. Anything to do with AJ or special occasions, I think that it warrants a link, or sort of so you guys can jump on, let me know what you guys are saying. Wait another minute or so, but fam, AJ's been doing the most, I swear, yeah. All I got from AJ's interview was two things, yeah. This is the vibe I was getting. I was getting, first and foremost, you guys to get just this vibe, yeah. This vibe, and I was getting this one as well.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
Yo, that was what I was getting from the AJ interview. I don't want peace. I want problems, son. Yeah. So get started. Actually, you know what? Bun it. Let's just get started now. Hold on. Yeah. AJ interview. My reaction. Bruv, where do we start? Okay. Actually, you know what? We start with this one. Actually, again. Okay. AJ said this. AJ said, stay hungry. Fuck being humble. Apologies for my language. Yeah. Stay hungry. F being humble. Bruv, I think AJ is going to do Chisora, you know, big man thing. I think AJ is about to wear the Union Jack balaclava and go ape crap. Yeah. That's the vibe I'm getting from Mr. Anthony Joshua. Because that doesn't explain any way, shape, or form as to why or his responses, because I've never heard a lot of swearing in my life than I did on the weekend with AJ's fight. And not AJ's fight, AJ's interview. And you know what? Let me talk about Coogan and the interview in general. Okay, this is how I saw it. For me, Coogan done an amazing job, and this is where a lot of people may disagree with me. Okay, and let me know what you guys think as well. For me, I think Coogan done an amazing job. Okay, considering the circumstances he was put in, and one of them being that during the AJ fight in itself, or the AJ interview, is a very difficult interview to get. Yeah, AJ's last interview like this was probably 5 years ago or something along those lines. So AJ doesn't come out to these type of interviews. Hence why, if you get the opportunity to do it, or get the opportunity to do any of these sort of interviews, you've got to literally snatch your fingers and say thank you very much for this. because you're not going to get another one of these opportunities in a long while. I'm going to be really honest with you guys. So the fact that Kugan Cassius, yeah, secured this interview, all my respect is given to Kugan, okay? Because a lot of people have been saying, and I've been hearing that what the opinions of others prior to doing this video, or prior to doing this live video, and let me know what you guys think as well. But one of the opinions that I'm hearing is Kugan should have asked this, like Kugan should have dug more in those ambiguous answers or ambiguous responses. For me, Kugan's job as an interviewer is to number one, and in boxing, the circumstances are very different to football, and I think people are giving very false comparisons to this. In boxing, yeah, you can't, like in football. Okay, let me give you an example. In football, what's that guy's name? The big one, like the one who does Sky Sports. Okay, any of these men, yeah, even the Gary Neville who's interviewing you, or Piers Morgan, for example. Them man can stick it on you, yeah? Stick it on you, knowing that potentially you may be back next week. Or like with Piers Morgan before Good Morning Britain, they weren't going to do interviews with you like every other like month, regardless. So it's a sort of like rinse and dash type of approach. In boxing, with regards to Kugan Cassius, he's not in a position to really dig in and like push AJ and really get under AJ's skin for AJ to give answers, okay? Because AJ won't give AJ. How do I say it? Kugan won't get access to interview AJ going forward, and therefore, if you're not going to get access to him going forward, the best thing to do is get as much information from that guy without pissing him off. Simple. And in my opinion, that's what he's done. Okay, like if the commission said prior to the fight or prior to any announcement of the fight, you have to do X amount of hours of interviewing, answering questions as well, and also as well the questions that AJ answered before we get into some of them, okay? And some people say media trained, etc. Now, I'm going to defend AJ in this one, yeah. Some people are saying, bruv, you know, let's just go with it. Yeah, let's go. Fake AJ. Let's talk about it, right? Fake AJ. With regards to early part of his career, when he came from a position where him and the way he was carrying himself and the actions that he was taking was putting him in a position where he was up to no good. And he changed his life for the better, joined the Olympic squad, and chose to fix a lot of those areas of his life. And part of that was the way he spoke. People will say, yeah, but like he's not being genuine, he's being media trained. For me, I don't see it as first of all, I don't see that as fake. Yeah, being professional, being a professional sportsman is not being fake. Being a professional sportsman is holding yourself and your sport to a higher grade than it's already done before. We've grown up on like the previous generation, and I've got all of the amount of respect for these guys for what they do inside the ring and outside the ring, etc. But to connect with the younger viewers today, you're not going to do that beefing every single person. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. You're not going to gain a mass audience by causing drama or beefing with somebody else. You ain't going to do that. You ain't going to do that. Like, you need to connect with them on an emotional level. It's very simple. Yeah. So when people are saying that AJ is being fake, AJ is being media trained, like, I wouldn't say footballers are being fake or being media trained. I wouldn't say that. I'm saying that what comes out their mouth is protecting themselves or training themselves to be a hope and inspiration to younger people to act in a responsible way, coupled with the fact that he doesn't want to have anything that he says taken out of context or taken to a position where he's misconstruing and that could ruin his brand or ruin his image All for what? All to drive an extra couple of numbers. Like it is. I would say selling yourself is being something who you are not, and saying things like, oh, I'm going to do this and this to you, yeah, even though you're the nicest guy ever, but you're just doing that just to sell the fight. That to me is unauthentic. Okay, the opposite of somebody who's like, who wants to do damage to you but wants to be a little bit more reserved. Joshua Watsi, for example. Again, a great example is Joshua Watsi. Joshua Watsi comes across to me as an individual who's intact with his religion, and like for me, if I had to show younger fighters in terms of role models in boxing, I'm not talking about how they box. I'm talking about how they conduct themselves in boxing. I'll point to AJ. I'll point to Boatsi, and I may even point to Anthony Yard and these men, etc. Okay, in terms of how they conduct themselves, how they carry themselves, the focus and the drive that they have, the respect they have for themselves and for other people. I'll point to these men as beacons of hope in terms of the current crop. I'm not talking about bloody yesteryears, yeah. So for me, even though I like this interview and I really enjoyed this interview, I'm also appreciative of when AJ decides to be a little bit more professional in his approach. When I go into work for anything, when I'm in like any business meeting, when I'm in work or whatever, I'm in any corporate environment, I'm not going to talk like, yo, fam, yeah, yo, when are you gonna get? Yeah, Ibrahim, please. May I ask, when am I gonna get that report, or what could you expect, or what time frame could we expect that report to be provided into us, as we've got a board meeting couple of fairly shortly? I'm not going to turn around and say, yeah, say no more, bro. I get that thing patterned up. Yeah, bro, say less. I get that thing patterned up. Bruv, they'll be looking at me like, come on, man. Come on, man. AJ, the reason why he's grew a massive audience is because of the way he conducts himself. It's very simple. One, look, well, partly because of the way he looks, and, like, black men are fetishized in this day and age, but that's a different story for a different day. Like, if AJ grew up in bloody in the 40s or something, I'm gonna tell you straight, yeah, this guy, he won't get this amount of publicity based on the way he looks. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that straight. But let's not get into that. Yeah, well, prime examples being Joe Lewis, etc. But we're not gonna get into that. Cool. Yeah. The reason why he does it is the way he conducts himself. In this day and age, people don't beef other, like, how do I describe it? With the England football team, I'm gonna say it straight. Back in the day, people used to beef other people. Raw, Gary Neville sitting on that corner, Red Hair, Frank Lampard sitting in that corner, Paul Scholes. Paul Scholes. Yo, Paul Scholes is naughty guy. Anyway, yeah, them man sitting in that corner. Yeah, these man, bruv. Yeah, and when they used to look at each other, they used to screw for each other like, bruv, what are you doing here, bruv? You're an op on a weekly basis, so why am I here chilling with you? AJ's not doing that. Or like, contrast that to how it is in the English squad 2021 or 2020 in general. Everyone's brethren, bro. I am of the same age as some of the guys in the current England squad, around the same age. Yeah, I'm like, look, I've just turned 24. Yeah, birthday's about 10 days ago. Just turned 24. I'm in a very similar mindset to the individuals who are in the England squad who are of the opinion like, yeah, let's just all be calm. We don't need to beef each other. Like, it's not that deep. Like, I like having fun. You like having fun. Like, let's just have a bit of fun, man. But it's not that deep. All of this rivalry, bro, it's kind of long, but still pigmented. Yeah, I'm of that opinion, bro. Yeah, if I was a boxer, I'm gonna be straight up on this. Yeah, I don't know whether I'll be trash talking every Tom, Dick, and Harry under the sun. I may trash talk people that I don't like, but not every Tom, Dick, and Harry under the sun. That won't be my motto. I may hype, I may be like, that won't be my motto, because you have a core responsibility for yourself and other people. But without further ado, that's a bit of a run, yeah. Because I'm just releasing myself because a lot of people were dissing AJ and dissing his approach. Okay, but let's just get cracking, yeah, with regards to what we needed to talk about. Number one. I'm afraid to say it, yeah. Actually, I'm afraid to say it, but a bit of it's an exclusive epiphany, shall we say. Robert Kraken is queuing up outside job centers shortly, bro. Yeah. JSAs, that's what he's gonna be on. You know the job seeker allowances, yeah. You guys are from not from England. Is when you're looking for work and you could acquire some sort of benefits in the process of when you're looking for work. My man, Job Center Plus, bro. Yeah, not even Job Center Plus. Yeah, I think that's where the bougie people go. Do you know what? I've never actually been to the job center. To be fair, I've done my job search in different ways. Like I didn't go job center. Actually, I did actually. I went once. Where did I go job center? I went once. Yeah, I went a couple. No, I went sort of like a job. I didn't go to the. I went a couple of times to be fair, not for looking for a job for like, I think passports or something along those lines. Yeah, but like I didn't. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have went. To be fair, started work at 90, but I was on an apprenticeship, so I didn't really. And then ever since then, it was like just go for recruitment agencies. Anyway, enough about me. Let's get cracking. Yeah, AJ. It's not Ron McCracken. Yeah, we're not going to. Ron McCracken's got to go, bro. Yeah, no, got to go, but Ron McCracken's going straight up. Okay, so hopefully you guys can admire Ron McCracken. He's done an amazing job. To be fair, he helped Carl Froch in his career, and Carl Froch had an amazing career for the talent he had, for his natural ability, coupled with Robert Kraken. Wow, one of the best British boxers of all time. Probably at this moment, probably top 10. Oh, actually, no, he's not. Oh, he's not. Is he? No, he's not. Hold on. British, right? Hold on. Joe Kawasaki, Prince Nassim Hamid, Lennox Lewis, Ricky Hatton, Nigel Benn, Chris Eubanks Sr. Yeah, he could be actually. He could be up there. Who else? There was a lot of people. Frank Bruno. Who else? England. I am missing a couple of other people. I promise you guys right now, I'm missing a couple. David Hay. Who else? Surely nah. There's a couple of other people. Maybe even Tyson Fury. Anthony Joshua. Yeah, he's up there. But yeah, Robert Kraken. Salute. Yeah, we're gonna play a bit of a game, right? Yeah, you don't let me know who you think will be in this ranking as well. Okay. Also, as well, guys, let me just check if everyone's got the notification, because right now, hold on. What the hell? Hold on, because I'm getting bare messages. I think what the flip's going on. Anyway, apologies, guys. That's very unprofessional of me. Yeah. Who is AJ going to trade with? Sorry. Actually, let me just talk about AJ's comments. Hold on, first of all. Anthony Joshua on Alexander Usyk rematch. For me, I have one thing in mind, and that's war. This is getting a bit mad here, but you don't know what I'm saying. That's murder. That's to go out there and hurt the guy and take his soul to the point where he wants to give up. Big up Untraceable Don. I'm defending AJ. Bruv, you got to defend my man. I'm sorry, but listen. I'm biased. Sorry, guys. I'm afraid to say it. Yeah, Anthony Joshua is my guy. Yeah, I could be objective in his career and in his circumstances, but I have a slight favoritism, like a little bit favoritism. But anyway, let's get cracking. Yeah, bruv. First of all, yeah, and this is where I was a bit. I didn't really like the part where AJ said, like murder, etc. But at the same time, I'm going to be really honest with you guys. This is my opinion, yeah? And to be fair, I kind of changed this after the Wilder Fury 3 fight. And I was watching Wilder, and I was saying to people are like, yeah, Wilder, man, he's got so much heart. That Wilder does this, Wilder does that, yeah. I was like, yeah, that is so true, yeah. But I always said to people, I wish AJ had that level of mentality. And then I started thinking a bit deeper. I said, you know what? Wilder said that AJ, like, he wants a body in his record, and I was cussing him out for that, yeah. I was cussing him to a very high extent. And when AJ goes around and saying that's murder, that's what go out there and hurt the guy and take his sword, etc. At first, like, ask me this a year ago, and I would have told you, yeah, I don't want to hear that kind of stuff. Yeah, we have too many deaths inside the regular. It's a very dangerous sport as it is, and we shouldn't really promote the idea of committing a murder or a fatality on another individual. But I'm going to be really honest with you guys. If AJ was thinking in this type of way, he probably would have wanted to beat Usyk. I'm going to be straight up honest with you guys. And this is where it gets to a point where you have to draw the line between morality and winning. Because you can't always win with morality. I'm going to be straight up honest. You can't always win with morality. Sometimes you have to just take the moral high ground and keep it stepping. Straight up, I'm going to give you a prime example, right? Hypothetical. Very much hypothetical, but this is a prime example. I don't believe, because I'm Muslim, guys, I don't believe, I don't partake in, or I don't agree with the idea of like gambling and stuff like that, right? And I'm aware of like things, people in boxing, not people in boxing, but I'm aware of the role that some of the larger companies have in sport, Ladbrokes or Betfred, or all of these companies. I'm aware that they sponsor a lot of people within the sport boxing, promoters, YouTubers, etc. Okay, if these men come up to me, offer me the bang, like a gambling company, I'll be like, sorry, I can't take it. Bro, any amount of money, I'm gonna be straight up on this. At this moment in time, and I'm talking about this moment in time because like in 5 years time, or like say 5 years time, I could be homeless, scraping, like chilling with people who inject needles in their bum, like, and asking me if I have a spare lighter with them. And I'm thinking, you know what, like, I have to do anything to get out of this situation. Yeah. But as far as I'm aware, going forward, I'm not going forward, but in general, I'm not going to take a sort of direct sponsorship, because these men, I could, let's say, work for a company and they could be sponsored by them. That's a bit different, right? But I'm not going to take Off the Canvas Boxing YouTube channel. Off the Canvas Boxing is not going to take sponsorship from gambling, drinking companies, etc., alcohol companies. Yeah, vegans won't. A lot of vegans probably won't take sponsorship. Yeah, from like flipping pork scratching companies. You know the way there. Even if you offer them the bag. If I told you that, yeah, like some people, and this is where morality, and you have to juggle between morality and winning. because you would win with that much amount of money. You'd win, but it's not really like, it's not 100% moral. You're not the way there, but like for me, it's a very tough circumstance, bruv. Do you know what? Yeah, I swear. Actually, I'm not gonna show it. I ain't gonna show it. I'm not gonna show it. Do you know what? Yeah. All I'm saying on, you're probably watching it at different time in it. Head back live. Because I think you're watching it backwards, if that makes sense. Like, but Paul Scholes, bro. Paul Scholes is a yo. This guy, yeah. You know, usually I don't like laughing at other people like in the public eye and just not laughing, but really going in and calling them, because I don't want to be caught in a similar circumstance to him and be caught slipping. But I can tell you categorically that shit is nothing to me. Yeah, all of this other stuff like a racist like jokes or something like that. I don't know. Maybe you can catch me laugh when I was 10 years old or 15 years old, catching some say mad stuff like that, yeah, or mad stuff that in 2021 is probably is perceived as dodgy or racist, etc. But you're not gonna see me catching, yeah, blood like, bro. Actually, I'm not gonna reenact. I was just about to reenact it, yeah. With my what? I swear, I was just anyway, yeah. Focus, yeah. Bob, yeah. Murder on his record for. Boxers get punched in the face repeatedly, and this is what I want, bruv. Bruv, I'm about to just run, yeah. This, bruv, I'm gonna say it straight. Yeah, let's go from the top, okay? Because I probably might click this up, bunny, yeah, because this one is very, very important to me, yeah. Anthony Joshua on Alexander Usyk rematch. For me, I have one thing in mind. That's war. That's murder. That's to go out there and hurt the other guy, take his soul to the point where he wants to give up. Bruv, for me, I'm going to be straight up honest with you lot, yeah? For me, most boxers should have the mindset to cause maximum carnage to their opponent. If they're not thinking in this way, then they're thinking too nice, or they're just playing not to lose, not playing to win. Yeah, there's a few guys out there that are just playing not to lose. And for me, even though this is like, we don't want to hear murder in sport boxing. A lot of people have passed away in the sport of boxing. You know, even each year or each a couple of years, fatality is part of the sport, unfortunately. Okay. However, boxers get punched in the face repeatedly. They are not beacons of hope for morality to etc. Yeah, they're not beacons of hope. They're boxers. They get punched in the face. Yeah. So their mindset, yeah, it's not like, I would say, if this was a scale of how boxers should think, that kind of stuff is, even though it's extreme, it's still on the spectrum. I'm going to be straight up honest. The part where it goes out of the spectrum is where it goes overboard, is when he says that he's going to try to do that even outside of the ring or etc. Or maybe straight to his family, etc. That kind of stuff is way over, because you're now going over the sport of boxing. But within the sport, boxers' mindset, even the most religious ones here, you're gonna find, yeah. I'm telling you, if you wanted to do like an in-depth, yeah, interview, and they would be open and honest a day before the fight, where they're thinking in their head, bruv, the amount of battering I'm gonna do to this opponent, I promise you right now, it's not gonna be PC. Yeah, Mike Tyson talked about eating kids or whatever it was. Yeah. When you're in that mindset for boxing, I'm not going to hold it against you if you say stuff that it's not morally acceptable. I'm not going to hold it against you because you're in the framework and a mindset to cause carnage upon that individual. Okay. Boxers are not flipping a TED Talk dons. Yeah. If you want a TED Talk, go over to TED Talks. Yeah. And if you want an inspiration, head over to them, or maybe even after the career, or ask Mulligan Brothers or them man there, because these men, they get punched in the face straight up. Yeah. Let's keep it moving. Yeah. Who should AJ trade with next? Hold on, let me just get this banner off the screen. Hold on. Oh wait, no, we messed up. Who should AJ train? Let's just start this again. Yeah, I'm messing up. Who should be AJ's trainer? A. Roddy Shields. B. Robert Garcia. C. Eddie Reynoso. Or D. Virgil Hunter. This is for your grand prize of 150 billion pounds. Yeah, the ultimate bag. The ultimate bag. Yeah, more brands than HSBC. Let's get, bruv. Listen, we're talking more. Listen, more bread. Yeah, than the Royal Mint. We're talking about bread after bread after bread. Listen, I'm talking about bags of bread. Listen, who is the recipient? Yeah, who's going to make AG? Who's AJ going to turn into an absolute like legend? Who? Dean Wallen. Dean Wallen went on the list, brother. Yeah. Wrong answer. Yeah. Even though Dean Wallen is a very good coach. Let's just look up Dean Wallen's. Bruv. I could be getting the wrong Dean Wallen, bruv. Yeah. Man's a. Hold on. Bear with me. Bruv. Man's a football coach. Man's a kit man. I'm like, yeah, he's a good coach. I was looking out and said, yeah, bruv, who the flip? Anyway, yeah. Dean Wallen, yeah. Never heard of him. Let me know who he is, okay? Derek J's irresponsible trainer. No. Do you know what? Let me just search Derek James actually, because I could be gravely mistaken, yeah, with Derek James. Hold on. Cool, Derek James, right? Brother, come on, man. Derek James was the only trainer for Errol Spence for what? Since 2012. Okay. I'm not seeing a huge name of individuals. Who's he worked with? Oh, his resume includes Kendall Holt, Zab Judah, No, I think that's Errol Spence. Eric Moore, no, that's Errol Spence. That's Errol Spence. I could be For me, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you guys. I'm liking the Garcia one. I'm liking the Robert Garcia. I get the thing is, two of them are African American. And when I'm saying this kind of stuff, I'm not talking about from like a race what's it called? A standpoint. I'm talking about it from a cultural. They go flipping war. Yeah. Listen, flat-footed, let your hands go. Come forward fighters. Calculated approaches, but very much come forward fighters. Virtual hunters, your Roddy Shields. Well, virtual hunter, shall we say, has an element of very good skill, great inside work. Each fighters are different, but he's got a wealth of knowledge and experience within the field. Okay, I'm talking about he's a student of the game. He's like his knowledge, encyclopedia, very much an encyclopedia. Okay, Robert Garcia. I think the thing is, Virgil Hunter trained Andre Ward. He's also, even though he hasn't, I don't think Virgil Hunter's competed in the sport of boxing at a very high level. He's trained a couple of high-profile guys. Works with Patricia Watsi, who AJ's training with, who AJ manages. Could this be the guy? Could Virgil be the guy? Inside ring management, very good as well. In terms of directions per ring, I know he got a bit of stick for the Buatsi fight, but I weren't fully against it. See, when people give sticks, sometimes I don't always just turn around and if everybody's giving stick to one guy, I just turn around and say, yeah, bruh, yeah, stick to one, bruv. I'm not that type of guy, bruv. Like, if everyone's giving stick to a guy and the guy's actually on the right hand side of things, I'm just gonna turn around to all of these sheep and say, you know, the guy's being correct, straight up honest with you. Yeah, that's what I'm on. I'm not going to turn around and say, raw, like, I disagree. Like, I agree with every single person because everybody agrees. No, what Virgil Hunter was doing during the proactive fight, in between rounds when he was giving a little bit more inspiration, a little bit less tactical work, I was all for it, man. Bro, you've done all the tactical work in bloody training. It's flipping hell, bro. Like, you've done the tactical work in training. Imagine you're doing push-ups, right? You're doing push-ups, yeah? You're on your last couple of sets of being push-ups or whatever it is. Let's say you do 100. You're used to doing like 50, but let's say you're doing 100 now. And right now you're on 60, 70, struggling. And you've got your personal trainer standing next to you. What do you want them to say? Do you want them to turn around and say, yeah, man, like all you got to do is like, now you're at the final stage, just bend your arms a little bit more, nice and easy, stick your chest out, and squeeze your glutes, and breathe in and breathe out as you go in, up, up and down, etc. You want to use your finger muscles to expand and use that wrist to really get, bruv. You don't want to hear that kind of stuff, bro. Yeah, you want to hear, bruv, you could do it. Yeah, put your all into it. Listen, last push, man. Yeah, you said you wanted to lose weight, you can lose weight. Do this for you. Do this for like this. Bruv, I'm all for it, man. Some people don't like it, but that's just a minute. Like, any bit of positivity they don't like. Anyway, okay, that's Virgil Hunter. Then you got the Reynosa camp. Yeah. Actually, we talk about Roddy Shields first. We got the Roddy Shields camp, yeah? Roddy Shields, wealth of experience. Bruv, this guy has been in there with a bad man. Not been in there, but in terms of like coached and just being around the facilities. Listen, Colonel Whitaker. We're talking about your Mike Tyson, Emmanuel Holyfield, currently training F.A. Jagba, Charlo. This guy's a serious guy, wealth amount of experience. I think he's got a good amount of lineage, in terms of he learned from a very successful trainer himself. So we're talking like this guy. I like him, bro. I like him, man. Yeah. Hopefully, the thing is, you want somebody who connects with a lot of people and help to become a lot of world champion. Okay. But another person, bruv, Now we go to the Mexican side, yeah? Eddie Reynoso. Eddie Reynoso happens to trade Saul Canelo Alvarez. Also, changed, I think his name is oh, it says here, Reckless Ellis. Something, I don't know this guy, bro, yeah? Oscar Valdez trains, he trained Frank Sanchez. I'm missing a couple of other people. Andy Ruiz, Ryan Garcia. I think Ryan Garcia. Yeah, Ryan Garcia. So he trained a couple of other Mexicans, shall we say, or Latino fighters. Now, the wealth of experience, and the thing is, Canelo, I think after I forgot what fight it was. Things after the Floyd fight, people were saying, "Rah, like you shouldn't really train with my money, like it's too young," and they've pretty much grown together. But how I see it is this: and I'm about to say this. This might sound a bit mad, but if you're gonna go from Rob McCracken, you're gonna need to go to somebody with either just as equal amount of experience or way more. And I don't think Reynoso's experience is just as much or anywhere near Rob McCracken. So that's why I'm a bit, and there's a language barrier as well. But that could work in two ways. That could work to your advantage or disadvantage. It can make you a little bit more attentive because you're trying to process what they're trying to say a little bit more. Or you kind of switch off. It'll be like, and I think with AJ, he has a mental blockage or a mental sort of barrier when it comes to his fighting with regards to this flight or flight mechanism, been biting down on a gum shield and seek destroy. He used to do that, but now it's sort of trained out of him. Okay, and now he needs to regain that real offensive mindset. Is the Canelo camp the right camp though? I don't think this is the. I don't think with Andy Ruiz there as well. I just don't think this is the right place for AJ. I don't think it's the right place. I don't, because Ryan Garcia trades there, and I don't think it's. See, when I see Ryan Garcia suffers from a lot of sort of mental problems, and he's really open and expressive about that. Okay, and he happens to trade in that gym. I don't. I think the thing is, if you're like, there's certain individuals I think this gym would be great for. A Joshua Watson, perfect. A Lyndon Arthur, perfect. Even the Tyson Fury, that gym would be perfect for. Huey Fury, that gym. AJ, I don't think that gym is right. No, I don't think that gym is the right fit. Okay, unless you're not mad, because Canelo's gonna fight Plum, and then actually that could work. Actually, AJ starts his camp. Exclusive news: AJ starts his camp in January. So if he starts his camp in January, Canelo finishes his camp early November. Canelo's got to cost, bruv. It's wrong. It's pointless, bruv. Reynoso gym. Nah, not the one. I don't think the fight is as aggressive going forward as well. Nah. Bruv. my pick, bro. Yo, listen. Robert Garcia, B is the correct answer, bro. Yeah? This guy. This. He needs a come forward Mexican style, AJ. Seek and destroy tactic. Yeah? Take a foot back equals sinful. Yeah? If you're in a Mexican warfare, you can't take a step back. It's not possible. Yeah? All of this intricate footwork is loud. Yeah? Legs, shoulder width apart, arms low or lower than up here, because AJ is up here. His chin is therefore accelerated because his arms are a little bit more in the air. Defensively, he's a little bit more open. Bruv, drop your hand, drop your chin naturally itself, and just go for it, bruv. Yeah? Robert Garcia is the guy, bruv. I want this guy, bruv. Yeah? He trained world champions. He's got world champions coming out of his ass, bro. Yeah? Okay, world champions, one after the other. World champion, world champion, world champion, world champion, world champion. All the Mexican world champions, your Mikey Garcia's, your Marcos Maidana, and your Victor Ortiz. All of these, man. Robert Garcia. AJ, bruv, Robert Garcia's got the mindset as well. The come forward, destructive mindset. Robert Garcia's your guy. Canelo, the thing is, Canelo in Reynoso's camp, when I watch Canelo and I watch Ryan Garcia, I watch Andy Ruiz and I watch Frank Sanchez. They are a little bit more calculated in their attacks. Even though we happen to be a Mexican camp, they're not as direct and aggressive as the Garcia camp. The Garcia ones. Listen. This is the one. You know what Maidana listen, when Floyd came up against Maidana was like, he didn't have as big a name as Floyd, nowhere near it. But he gave Floyd a run for his money. He literally stuck it on Floyd. Yeah, Floyd had to put out almost 10 out of 10 performances to literally get out of that fight. Went for the rematch, it was on him. Yeah? Skillful boxer versus and that was one of the best fighters of all time. At heavyweight, if AJ does that kind of tactic, Usyk's getting the hell out of here. Listen, I'm wearing a sombrero that night. Yeah, big man thing. I'm wearing a sombrero, bruv. Yeah, I'm gonna be wearing a sombrero, a Mexican mustache. If I get my hands on a guitar, like bruv, yeah, this laugh, yeah. Me, Mexicans, Spanish people in general, we work as one. We're all cool, bro. Yeah. Robert Garcia, no language barrier. Cool. Very direct. Very much a father figure, we would say. Been there and done that inside the ring already because he's a former world champion inside the ring. He's Rob McCracken. Actually, no, he's not. Yeah, he is. Rob McCracken does with the GP team what he does with the Mexicans. Only difference is he creates more world champions. So I don't see why not. Robert Garcia is my guy. Listen, I like Roddy Shields as well, but listen. Sorry, I'm getting gassed, yeah? I'm getting gassed. Bruv, bun it, yeah? Actually, let's see the light count, yeah? Because if the light count is low, yeah, we might have to have like a little light target, yeah, before we start. Actually, let's see the light count, yeah? Yeah, let's get a couple of more likes in the meantime, yeah? because I'm going to drop the link. So, hold on. I'm going to drop the link. So, if anyone has anything to add, feel free to jump on. Because right now, listen. Also, so, AJ interview, I completely forgot. No. This one, the biggest one of all. I'm done with effing losing. I'm done with trying to learn the sweet science. It might get thrown on the floor in the next fight because this is war. This is straight war. I'm annoyed. I'm boiling up even speaking about it. It's the passion to win. We spoke about this earlier. AJ has a desire and a hunger to win and beat all of his opponents. So, especially on Alexander Usyk. Yeah? But one thing I was a little bit more concerned about, I'm going to put this as a banner. Let me know what you guys think. Bro. Actually, wait, hold on. Let me just... No. Also, as well, the link is there, guys. So if you guys want to jump on, feel free to do so. Michael Garcia lost to a journeyman. Is he a journeyman? Or is he an unknown quantity? Because I thought he was headlining on the Zone Spain shows. So he can't have been a journeyman. And the thing is, right? I don't know. But if you happen to help a lot of people go world champion, you're also going to help a lot of people potentially lose a lot of fights. Like, that's the only concern. And this is where we have a slight conundrum. But I'd rather, the thing is, more people have lost with Ryan Garcia. What's the first name again? Robert Garcia. More of his fighters have lost in the ring than a Robert Kraken. More of his fighters lost in the ring than Ben Davidson. Even Tunde. I like Tunde, man. But more people, Robert Garcia is trained, have lost in the ring than Tunde. Has lost in the Raw ring than Shane McGuigan. Adam Booth. Who else? Robert McCracken. I think I said that. Who else? But you get the gist. Any UK trainer, or most of UK trainers, okay? But how many have achieved the amount of world champions compared to anyone in the... Literally, you point them out. It's very difficult to find somebody who's literally been a part of a training camp for people who have been world champion in the UK. It's very difficult. I'm talking virtually impossible. Yeah, that ages can actually attain in 2021. Virtually, you can't. It's not possible. Robert Cracker's up there. Yeah, I need to leave a Robert Cracker. And this is what I wanted to talk about. My team. Ask my team what the tactics are. Ask the team what the tactics are. For me, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you guys. Yeah. Also, actually, yeah, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you guys. AJ, some people say, yeah, like, you try to add to the camp with, Robert Crack. Bruv, AJ has lost confidence in his training team. The whole function of his training team, he's lost confidence in. Yes. He blames himself and he blames his team alongside himself to be fully responsible for the Usyk loss. Because he could have did better. But when you're in the ring, it's difficult to see if you're winning that round or you're not winning that round. Or you're beating that person up or you're not beating that person up. Okay? And one thing I wanted to share with you guys is this. When AJ has a huge amount of respect for his team. Way amount of respect. And he has an amount of loyalty, but I don't want this to be his downfall. Bruv, I don't want this to be his downfall. Because if AJ listen, if AJ what do you call it? Sorry. Something just came up. Like notification. Anyway, ignore. If AJ disrespects his team or his team, he doesn't show a lack of respect to him and his team. I'm afraid to say it, guys. Like, he's got to leave them, man. And with Rob McCracken, I would explain it very simply. Rob McCracken and AJ are like this. He sees him as a father figure. When he was talking about Roddy Shields and he was talking about Murder Hunter, he's looking for another father figure. Okay? And how he sees it is that he likes Robert Cracker, that he's got trust and love and respect for Robert Cracker, but he doesn't have 100% respect in what he could bring. Hence why he got the other two gentlemen in Kobe Joby and Angel Fernandez. And I don't think Angel Fernandez and Joby and Rob McCracken are all coming together as one. I think they're all on different pages. And I think there potentially could be a bit of infighting. Because when AJ says, but even though Rob McCracken is the head coach, I don't think they all agree with the same method. Because it's a bit like AJ and Rob McCracken are, imagine them being in a relationship and AJ decides to bring another two individuals to the bedroom without Rob McCracken knowing or having any consent towards it. He's not going to be happy about it in the end. He may run with it, but he's like, see how it goes and, whatever, man. But he's not going to be happy with it because that's undermining his intelligence and his experience and his know-how in getting the best out of Anthony Joshua. So personally, I think that he has to have a deep conversation with Rob. He may also need to get rid of one of those trainers, keep the other one to be a pad man and really help out in that sense. Because the trainers that we're looking at, I'm sorry, but they got a huge amount of fighters under the roster. So we need to really understand how that those are going to work. Is it UK or US? But when AJ says, ask my team what the tactics are, for me, that means that he doesn't trust or agree with the tactics. He needs to study Alexander Usyk as an opponent for me and know how he does things and where he does it. AJ runs his team, runs his inner circle like a football club. He actually does. Let me just drink my Team AJ mug, okay? I'm not Team AJ. I'm not like part of Team AJ, okay? But if AJ needs some assistance, let me know. I'll be screaming from the side, brilliant. No, G. Rob, if it's, I'll get you started. Yeah. There was a lot of effing and blinding in the interview, and I didn't like it. But then again, I want AJ to be as open and honest as possible and release all of his frustrations. What he said about Bob Arum, I would have just kept it moving. Bro, Bob Arum, I just see it as an 87-year-old old man that just loves to complain a lot. That's how I see it. I'd say, Rob, or whatever. But yeah, and AJ threw a few like indirects to Lennox as well. Yeah, we're not gonna get into that, but like, yo, it was bad. It was bad. Nevertheless, overall, the interview was a great interview. It was an amazing interview. If anybody wants to have their say, you've got the next 5 minutes to jump on or forever hold your peace. Nah, man, Bob needed that energy. 5 of them, boy. You definitely are, dude, right? Yeah? Yo, he needed that. I'm going to be straight up. You are right. You are right. But I wouldn't entertain that because it's no benefit. Think about it. Like, it's no actual benefit. Because, like, Robert Crack is the 87-year-old man. Like, it's like, yeah, whatever, bro. Just shut up, bro. Anyway, let's keep it moving, yeah? But that's how I would approach it. But Bob Arum does talk nonsense. But how many 87-year-old people talk nonsense? Bob Arum should be out of the sport, to be fair. I don't know why he's in it. He's 87 years of age and he's at a stage of his life and that stage of his career, like, you just want to make the most of it. And he's not actually doing that. So he's sitting there bickering about bloody Eddie Hearn and Gareth C. Davies and calling them, man. You know the way there? But yeah, potentially might have needed that. Again, I would have did it a bit differently, but you know, I'm not mad at that. That makes sense. What his analysis on Fury and his analysis on Wilder, I'm happy with. But with Fury, the reason why I'm saying Fury in particular is because he didn't really dwell on Fury's ability to change up his style, etc., and do all of that. He was dwelling a lot on Sugar Hill, which basically looking like, if you're looking at Sugar Hill, this is what he's doing. He's looking at his training and he's watching his table about himself. He's watching Sugar Hill. Then you're looking back at Robert Kraken and all these men, yeah, and he's thinking, bruv, we could do better, bro. We can do better. We can, like, that's what I'm pretty sure that's what he was thinking was like Sugar Hill. Because he used to say, if I had this level of urgency from my training camp, I could have nicked the last couple of rounds. You know, I feel you, bro. A larger scope of things. Sometimes it brings attention to the mix so that one benefits for all. Yeah, Bob Arum's just going to benefit from that. Like, it's just like, do you know the certain man? Yeah, you just don't respond. Imagine okay. I'll give you an example, right? Let me take this banner off, yeah. Okay. Imagine you're doing like a whatever YouTube video, and a little kid comes up, or a little kid writes in the comments, yeah, whatever, right? Like your videos are, You know the way there. You could sit there responding to that little kid, yeah. But at the end of the day, the kid's 30 years of age. Like, it's one of the ones, like, and how that's how I see Bob Arum. Like, bro, he's 87 years old. It's like, it's the only benefit that he could do is provide wisdom to the sport. He's not willing to do wisdom for the sport. So learn of another 87-year-old. And if he talks nonsense in the media, just leave him, man. It's not like, he's not supposed to like you because he doesn't promote you. If he promotes you, he'll gas you up. He told Pulev that Pulev will be AJ. If he had AJ in his team, he would say AJ beats bloody King Kong and Muhammad Ali in one night. Straight up. Eddie will say the same thing. Eddie, I'm gonna be straight up honest. Eddie, if Eddie had Tyson Fury, his tune won't be, oh yeah, well done, one title defense. He won't be like that. He'll be like, yeah, this guy, like, he will just dwell on the positives. Okay? Straight up. It's easy as that. And you know what? It's people, and this is why I get AG when he does, when he does stuff like this, and he's doing a bit of finger up in the industry, because there's people in the industry that really don't like AG or want the worst for him. I'm going to be straight up on this hand. A prime example, Alexander Usyk fight. The WBC didn't mandate the bloody mandatory, or like, they're always happy to delay it. WBO historically have been very much a very similar case. But when AJ steps on the field, nah, they want to throw as much tough mandatories at AJ as soon as possible. They're lining up Joe Joyce as we speak. So for me, I just think, and who's always pally with the WBO? Frank Warren. So I just think Frank Warren and all of these men came up together and said, you know what, who could we give the most hardest mandatory slot to? Because they could have just gave it to Dillian. Dillian was number one at the time. They could have just gave it to Dillian. But when Alexander Usyk went up, they just went, oh yeah, like, mandatory. Like, they could have. That's how I see it. For me, Dillian, like, should have got. Well, Dillian should have been at that shot, but because of protocol. Now, and the thing is, right? They didn't want. Bob Arum didn't want the AJ fight. They put flipping Frank Warren. No, they put Alexander Usyk in between and said, you know what, Alexander, get the belts for us and we'll fight you after. Scum. I don't like these lot, man. With their sly tactics as well, nah. But again, Bob Arum is always open to do business. That's very different to Al Heyman. That's very different to Al Heyman. Al Heyman fighters, bruv, they're on some sort of protection scheme. I don't know what these lot on. They're on some witness protection scheme. Yeah, you're right. I always wonder why AJ is always told to find managers, but then is always slated for it too. Okay, the slated bit, that's in the... Again, that is... Bruv, I'm going to tell you straight, yeah? Sorry, guys. This one, home truths. Great question. Why is AJ doing mandatories and always get slated for it? I'm going to tell you straight. The mandatories are called for people who are pally with some of the oldest promoters in the world. We're talking Frank Warren, Al Heyman, Bob Arum. These three are always pally with the governing bodies, the sanctioning bodies. Okay, Al Heyman is always, his fighters are always on the WBC. Bob Arum's fighters are all over the place. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, they'll have a lot of good fights. They don't like it, so we'll skip Bob Arum for the time being. Bob Arum's fighters are bloody... Oh, IBF, Bob Arum's fighters, easy. Yeah. WBO, Frank Warren fighters. Lyndon Arthur's ranked one top 3 in the WBO. Bloody Daniel Dubois is number 1 or number 2 in the WBA. You be thinking, how the flip did my man get there? Yeah. Who else? Joe Joyce, #1 WPO. Who's Joe Joyce beating? Besides that, what, Daniel Dubois and Carlos Takam? If anything, James Chisora should be up there. Like, you know the way there. That's how I see it. Parker should be #1 then. Parker should be #1, straight up, yeah. But and that's with regards to the mandatories. Being slated for it, that's a media problem. Now, when it comes to media, Al Heyman and Bob Arum have got access. We're talking like with ESPN, they got access to any top media outlet in the US. Yeah, so they're just pumping out propaganda, anti-AJ propaganda regularly. That's what's calm with them, easy with them. Yeah. Oh, like even when John Gerardo's on top, BBC, Fox, all of these men. Yeah. Frank Ryan in England. Yeah. And the thing is, why I'm saying the media, because when you infiltrate the media, everything goes trickles down from the media. I'll give you a prime example. In Germany, in World War II, Germany 1920, or 1918, the World War One ended, okay, and the Treaty of Versailles was signed, between all parties to close off the war, okay, and during that period of time, the likes of Adolf Hitler, many people, German fascists, should we say, as known at that time, were all blaming the war as a result on the Jewish community. Okay, a lot of people are aware of this. Then 1920 comes, okay, the Great Munich Massacre, etc., and throughout the 1920s, there was a lot of deprivation within the economy of the German economy. Early 1929, you had the Wall Street crash, which effed up a lot of the German businesses, etc., and that led to the Great Depression. Okay, during that period of time, Hitler and a lot of people who were supporting him, a lot of the, like, we're talking like, were they right wing? Well, it don't really matter, bro. These lot were tapped individual fascists, shall we say, were gaining control of, or were gaining momentum with regards to popularity amongst the German audience. This is prior to them forming their own political party and then going into, fight, or not fight, but as in take a political trip and try to win the vote through proportional representation. He employed a couple of two individuals, or one of his two head guys during that period of time. The guy named Joseph Goebbels, and there was another guy, I can't remember the other gentleman's name. He's an older guy. He was with them that got arrested during the Munich massacre around that period of time. I forgot his name. Yeah, but it was Goebbels as well. Okay, and how they infiltrated a lot of people's brains was through media. They had large sort of speakers on the street, and they was literally every single day pumping out anti-Semitic rhetoric or etc., and they will just literally infiltrate the minds of the individuals who are around them. And at that time, news outlets were sort of their only form of mindset. But over a series of period of time, that deep into their subconscious, and they took especially when people lose money, they bloody blame somebody else. They won't blame some people's anger will point to another, group of individuals, who are often innocent, and it so happened to be the Jewish community. And then they entered power, I think it was in 1933, I think, something like that. And then they started going, they started all of their tactics, they started going crazy. We're talking like some of the stuff, eugenics, bruv. We're talking some very disgusting tactics as well. But what I'm saying with regard to that one is that they infiltrated the minds of many people to vote for them, because they didn't just jump into power all of a sudden. A lot of people voted for them off the back of the media. So the media is a very, very, very powerful tool. We're talking extremely powerful tool, and the people who have power in those positions are people at the moment in time is your Frank Warrens. A lot of Frank Warren fighters, Daniel Dubois, Joe Joyce, Tyson Fury, Nicola Adams, Caroline Dubois. Who else? These sort of guys, yeah, have appeared on ITV a lot, on Good Morning Britain a lot, and on like a lot of large TV outlets because of connection with Frank Warren. Eddie doesn't have that same connections. Barry may do, but Barry's guys have all left, so it's just Frank Warren has a huge connection with some of these guys over Eddie, and then that's where it goes. That's literally how it works. And so and AG doesn't do interviews as well with certain people, and if you don't do interviews with certain people, room will go around and it goes all haywire. And also branding as well. Like AG hasn't got a book, like unlike Tyson Fury, AG doesn't have a book out, AG doesn't have a music #1 single, AG doesn't jump in WWE, AG doesn't flipping do morning workouts with his kids, AG doesn't, like, you know what I'm saying, bruv? Like, all of those factor into the account where he gets slated for it, because it's not the opponents they don't like, they just don't like him. They just don't like him because AG's opponents were good, but better opponents than Tom Schwartz and Otto Wallin. But why those ones treated differently? It's because Tyson Fury has in the media is looked better. It's looked better than Anthony Joshua, who partly because Anthony Joshua doesn't give them interviews. I mean, probably rightly so, because they twist his words a lot, and partly because Tyson Fury's brand and marketing has obviously improved, and rightly so. With, of course, him and his wife releasing books. His wife, I think, had a bookstore launch today. I think, could be mistaken. Today or tomorrow? No, today or yesterday. I think it was today. Something along those lines, and that's why he gets slated for it. In a nutshell, that answers your question, Ashbrook. But, bruv, Anthony Joshua, overall, a good video. Guys, what's the likes of the video now? Hold on, let me just refresh this. Yeah, let's get the likes up as soon as possible. Yeah, as much like as we possibly can, while we'll be streaming for almost 80 minutes. You know what? Should we do more, bro? You let me know. Let me know, because there's a lot to talk about. But yeah, you know what? We'll leave it as that. We'll leave it as that. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning into this video. Please hit the subscribe button, and you know what as well? Share it out to all, like, literally just share it. Yeah, because I always say like and subscribe, but I forgot to also say share. Like the video as well, share it as well. That's very important. You guys do that. Tag me in as well. That would be amazing. Yeah. Big up to all of you guys who tuned in. I catch you guys. Oh, next week's show, actually. When is it? Good question. Good question. When is it? That's the thing. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to look at the football schedule, because what I've noticed is that football wipes out the audience. Yeah. Let me just check the football schedule, and then we'll come back. I think if there's no fixtures on next Wednesday, we'll run it next Wednesday. Oh, Champions League. Oh, man. Oh, shit. It's the Champions League next week. Oh, shit. Man United's playing on Tuesday. When is Liverpool? Man City are playing on Wednesday. Liverpool playing on Wednesday. Wow. Either got to be Monday at 9 or Thursday at 9. Yeah. Monday at 9 or Thursday at 9. Bro, because the football schedule is like, yo, like I was like, well, you realize, yeah, during the football season, also as well, what's his name? Paul Scholes is like, let's not talk about Paul Scholes, yeah. But the football schedule is one of them ones here that messes up a lot of your audience. Because it's a bit like Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn. Frank Warren does a show at the same time as Eddie Hearn. Frank Warren ain't going to get that many people watching and tuning into the show, you know. And that's what happens in the Champions League. Because some people's second sport is boxing, not the first sport. So, in a nutshell, but next Wednesday at 9? Yeah, maybe. We'll think about it. I'll communicate it. Follow me on Twitter, Twitch gang, because I know we've got a couple of people coming in from Twitch gang. As soon as I can get my hand on the PS5 and that game, ESPC game, like, yo, we're gonna be just streams on Twitch. OTC waiting on the Ben Odom stimulus package. Bruv, Ben Odom's got. Listen, Ben Odom's got FU money, bruv. This is done. We're talking bread. We're talking, like, I'm seeing him put bill here. He's putting another bill there. But those of you guys are not from the UK, bill is £100. Bruv, he's putting 2 bills, £200, okay? He's putting 5 bills here, 2 bills here, 1 bill there. I'm thinking, Rob, I'm starting to wonder, this guy's a billionaire, brother. He's got to be. There's no way you can put. Listen, he's either spunking all of his money or he happens to have a lot of money. Because there's no way, bruv. Yeah, like, I'm sitting there thinking, hold on. If I had that much amount of money, bruv, you know what? Listen, anyway, yeah. It is good to support others, and I do like Ben Oldham, man. He's a nice guy, bro. Big him up. Always see him on Tunde Jai's shows and what's it called? What's the other ones? Undefeated podcast. How could I forget? Just releasing a lot of like £100 bill, £200 bill. I think I might have seen him on Expressions channel as well. Could be mistaken. I think I did see him on Expressions channel. He's the one that put in a lot of money. Or was it someone else? I think it potentially was, but wow, that guy, bro. Big him up. Big him up. Listen, I don't think when we're monetized, can we take super chat? I've never actually received a super chat. I've never actually received one. So that's where it gets technical. Because I've not monetized. So I think YouTube are going to just take my money. Surely not. Hold on. I have myself open on another screen. Let me just see if I can. Oh, no, I can't super chat. You can't do that. Ah, yeah, you can't do that. Nah, you've got to be monetized. Ah, yeah, you've got to be monetized to receive super chats. I did not know that. I just found that out now. Wow, I didn't know that. Anyway, that is crazy. I think we're in order. Yo. If it's Al Heyman, listen, before I thank God. Al Heyman's the guy, man. Listen, do you know how much man just thank Al Heyman before they start thanking God? I'm like, what? Who is this guy, bro? I'm telling you, Every time I think of Al Haymon, yeah, I just think, bro, this is how the meeting should go. This is how the meetings go, yeah. Al, so listen, Ben, if you're Al, this is my interpretation. Yeah, just crack up, Yeah, you go into the meeting, you go, come to my office. Yeah, boxers come in, sit down there. All right, what do you want to do with your career? Right, they're talking. Do you know what? Have you got kids? Yeah. All your kids, Harvard, bloody Yale scholarships, all done. Don't worry, I sorted it out. What else you want? Okay, what you want? Properties done. What else you want? Wait, done. Also, as well, I ain't gonna tell. There's a door over there. Open that door. You see a bunch of 10 out of 10 women. Pick any of them, and they're all ready to go to give you that right there in that room in your first time when you left. Yeah, bruv. You open the door a little bit to some Beyonce looking like people. You're so rotted, bro. Like, yeah. Then that's how I see his meetings going. Big man thing. That's how I see it, because there's like, I don't see any way he can what do you call it? I don't see any way how he can entice the audience or entice his boxers to work with him if there's more money with Bob Arum, there's more money with Eddie and the zone, and there's more money fighting bigger fighters than fighting journeymen. But for some reason, these fighters fight journeymen, get paid peanuts, and thank him and literally, I've never. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let me just search if a fighter's actually ever been annoyed at Al Haymon. Fighter angry at Al Haymon. Let's just see if he's actually had any controversy with an actual one of his former fighters. Because I don't think I've heard of it. No, bro, I can't see it. I can't see it. I can't see it. A guy who does no interviews, like he says, and I just looked up fighters angry at Al Haymon. I couldn't find one. And usually, if you're looking for Eddie, it goes like right at the top, bloody Davis, Tyson Fury. Like you got this, bro, rattle, you can list them all. But I've never actually seen a former fighter of Al Haymon, sue Al Haymon, or heard about suing Al Haymon. No, Don King, yeah, but not Al Haymon. The reason why he doesn't do interviews in the public, EG told me this. Okay, I shouldn't name drop, but EG's pick up EG, top bloke. Yeah, EG told me this. Yeah, is because back in the day, around the time that he started in his career, like black people and were not perceived in the greatest way in the media in general. Out there in the US, especially in the boxing industry, in terms of promoters, etc., and bosses. That's why in the Premier League you don't see no black managers, or barely any black managers. I think this season there's only like two, and I think this is probably the most. Is it two or three? Oh, it's only two, Nuno and Miera. Literally just two, and usually just like one every other 2-3 years or something. So the perception of Al Haymon doing interviews, like, one, what is it going to benefit? Look, okay. I'm about to, for me, Al Haymon. If you got that many links to networks to media companies to book reviewers to bloody all these people, like all these industries. Okay, if you've got access to all of that, Showtime, etc., why would you need Al Haven to be in front of an interview? It's only that's literally just going to make it worse. Literally, it's just literally Al Haven being in front of an interview is just making it worse. But the fact that I don't actually see him in a press conference, we don't even hear him speak. Nah, that's mad. That's mad. You don't even go to some of the fighters, some of the fights for the fighters. If he does, like chills in the back or something, or watches it on TV. I don't know what. Do you know what it is? I want to work with Al Heyman. I want to work with Al Heyman. Yeah. So if you guys know any Al Heyman contacts, let me know, because the way his fighters are talking about him, I want some of that. Yeah. Open up the door for the whip, bruv. Listen. Yeah. Anyway, guys, yeah. We're probably going to be back next Thursday, working around the football schedule, because, we're not doing it. We're not clashing with football, yeah. Or no, we're not clashing with football. Maybe I was thinking before the match, but next Thursday we're going to do a show next Thursday. Next video will be out is on Friday, Saturday, and that would be a prediction or a preview show for the card that's going to happen. The matchroom card is happening on Saturday, and very good fights on that actual card. We've got Eric Bonita versus Alan Babbage. We've got Savannah Marshall in a female World Boxing Super Series fight, or some of the London's 9 tournament fight. We also have Ari on the card. We've got Ellie Scotty on the card. So we've got a few good fighters on the card as well. So I'm looking forward to it personally. So I'll be previewing that card on Friday, Saturday, if we can, because I'm having some sort of contractual works happening in here, so it's gonna be a bit mad. Yeah, I'm talking like literally I have to basically strip everything from here, and yeah, these men will come, etc. So pause. But so next video will be out Friday, Saturday, starting along the live for the preview, and then the reaction to that will be on the Sunday. Okay, so you'll hear my opinions on the Dillian White, or the former Dillian White card, straight afterwards or immediately. So always tune in, subscribe to the channel, guys. Share as well. Share the video, guys. It really helps out a lot. If you guys could do that, that would be an absolutely amazing. Like, I'll be so appreciative if you guys could do that. Share it, or share their channel as well. We're trying to get to one. Listen, is it doable? 1K before the end of the year. We're on 255 now. Do you know what? We'll do as much as we can. If not, it's in God's hands. But if you guys could do it, cool, 55, show it to 4 people, bro. You made it. That's mad. That is mad. Anyway, peace, love, and prosperity, guys. I'll catch you guys in a bit. Thank you very much for tuning in. Peace.